What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If this is the first time you're touching down on this channel, welcome to Small Feet Big Heat. We talk sneakers, we talk streetwear, and everything in between. If you've been here before, you might have heard me say, I do not pay resale for fitted hats. And that's true. That's true like 90% of the time. But then there's the other 10% of the time that I miss out on a hat and it just doesn't sit right with my spirit. And so I end up on Grail and eBay and Instagram trying to make it right, and that is exactly how we got here. But before I show y'all what I picked up, I do want to chop it up with y'all a little bit about why I don't normally pay resale. The first reason why I don't normally pay resale: things move way too quickly. Fitted hats are hot right now. You might even consider them at their peak. I feel like we still have a little bit of a ways to go before fitted hats reach their peak, but you might feel that they're at their peak right now, and that's cool. So if fitted hats are at their peak, every store, everybody who can or has a New Era account is trying to get in on the action. A good example of this is Realtree. That's the first example that comes to mind with things moving too quickly that I can explain to kind of illustrate my point. So the first two Realtree hats that I'm kind of gonna say kicked off that Realtree wave, in my opinion, don't get too mad in the comment section, is gonna be that Hat Club Orioles from the Horror Pack 2.0 and the Diamondbacks that the Real Fitted Chef put together for Crown Legends that was inspired by Stone Cold, if I remember correctly. Those two hats kicked off the Realtree wave. As far as I'm concerned, after those two hats made their splash, then months later, now it's Realtree after Realtree after Realtree, and we can't get away from it. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Obviously, from a business perspective, if you're a hat store and you see something is taking off and becoming trendy, you're gonna capitalize on that as fast as possible. But with hats, it's just entirely too fast for my liking. There's Realtree hats, there was like 7 Realtree hats that dropped last week. It's just unnecessary, but that's just my opinion. The point that I'm trying to make is that these trends move so quickly and so fast that it has a very big effect on resale. Let's say a Realtree hat is super popular, it hasn't been re-rocked yet, you know, it is a standalone hat that people are trying to get their hands on. That hat might go for like $300 on eBay. A couple months after that hat's released, after all of those Realtree hats are saturated in the market and people are done with the Realtree trend, I asked y'all in one of my recent videos, are you done with the Realtree trend? A lot of y'all said y'all was tired of seeing them, which means that trend is gonna be dying off very soon. What's gonna happen to that hat that's been sitting on eBay for $300? No one's gonna pay $300 anymore because it's not trendy anymore. The next huge thing to take off could be Padres hats. It could be brown bottom hats. You never know. And that has a big effect on the resale market because right now, again, things are just moving too quickly with fitted hats. Reason number 2 why I don't normally pay resale is I don't feel like resale prices accurately reflect how saturated the market is. We're gonna put aside very hype drops. We're gonna put aside like pop-ups and things like that, like the one-offs, the very limited editions. We're not talking about those. We're talking about the 23 to 25 to 30 stores who drop hats every single week, multiple times a week. The market is saturated. There's good hats sitting everywhere. So if somebody wants to charge me $150 for one hat, they're gonna have a tough time doing that when there's 3 hats dropping in 1 week that I could spend my $150 on and be just as happy. I might even be happier because those 3 hats I might like more than that one very sought after hat or that one hat that I just really wanted. I might forget about it the next week. You just never know, especially for people who budget and they say, you know, I'm buying 5 hats a month, I'm buying 10 hats a month. I just don't see, you know, the appeal of being head cracked for 1 or 2 hats. Reason number 3 isn't really a reason why I don't pay resale. It's more of like a rule or something that I abide by every time I even think about paying resale or if I know I'm gonna pay resale, and that's lowballing. I'm lowballing the out of resellers. I don't care. Rent is always due, bills are always due. You're gonna come off that hat if you've been sitting on it for 3 to 6 months. Come on now. You have bills to pay. And I want the hat. Let's make something work. You want $150? I'm offering $75. You want $300? Don't even DM me. You're smart. And lowballing is exactly how I walked away with 2 hats that I've been wanting for a really, really long time. Fun fact, I ordered both of these hats when they originally released. They're from a specific hat club collection that I really liked. It's probably top 5 favorite hat club collections. I thought it was really well done. It was 2 that I really wanted. I bought them. USPS lost them. I think they stole them, but it is what it is. They're gonna hit a lick sometimes. I just try to minimize how often they hit their licks. Get a PO box, send your packages to, to the locations that they set up and stuff like that. Do what you can so that you don't get swindled, but they got my hats. So it is what it is. I waited and I waited and I waited until I found both hats because I didn't want to get one without the other, even though I do like one more than the other, but we'll get into that. I bought 2 hats from this person. They're both from the same collection, so I got 2 pins. This Big Ben knockout pin. The first hat I'm gonna show y'all, this 2-tone Detroit Tigers with the burnt orange crown, the black visor, and the black button. This was coming home. Whether I had to wait for it, which I did for months. Y'all know how long ago that collection was. I waited months to find a collector that was selling both in my size. And here it is. The Detroit Tigers. I love this hat. If you know, you know that burnt orange, one of my favorite fitted hat colors. You got the Detroit Tigers Old English front logo on the front, white on the inside, black outline, 1984 World Series side patch. There's some purple in there, some green, some white. What I really liked about Ben's collection is he used colors in unexpected ways. Obviously, there was a hook, flat batterman on the back, again, lavender, green, and white, tonal New Era flag, green UV with the black sweatband. Ben did a great job with that collection. Second favorite out of the collection, but there was a clear winner when it came to Big Ben's knockout, if you ask me, and that was the Swinging Tiger. I could not live without this hat. It wasn't gonna happen. I was gonna get it somehow, some way. I just had to wait. Sometimes you just gotta be patient. You gotta be patient, especially if you're not trying to get head cracked. And I wasn't trying to get head cracked. So this is the Swinging Tiger, which has been vaulted. Brown crown, navy top bill, white button on top. Make sure y'all really get into the details on that Swinging Tiger. There's like a little bit of peach in there that I don't want y'all to miss because it comes in again on the side patch, that World Series side patch, and y'all can see the peach is just hitting. The white, the navy, fire. This hat went crazy. I'm so happy to have it now. Flat baddie on the back, white, peach, and navy. I only have 2 Swinging Tigers in my collection. If I pick up a logo that I don't normally pay attention to, you can be sure it's because I really, really liked it. So I only have 2 Swinging Tigers, the first of which is the Hat Club Cereal Pack one, and now this one right here from Big Ben's Knockout, which I'm happy that I waited for. I set my eBay searches, and I was able to get both of these hats for $130. So just about like $65, $70 each. Not far off from retail at all because the hats retailed for $55. Down below in the comment section, let me know what's the most you would pay resell for a fitted hat. Is it 80? Is it 100? Is it 200? Is it 1,000? I've seen some crazy prices on fitted hats, with the more popular they get. I hope y'all aren't getting head cracked out here. If you enjoyed today's video, like, comment, subscribe, show a small YouTuber some love, and I will check y'all out in the next one.